From the moment humans first tamed wolves thousands of years ago, a remarkable relationship began to take shape, one that would forever alter the course of both species. Today, the bond between dogs and humans is celebrated in stories, cherished in homes, and even studied in laboratories. But have you ever wondered what lies beneath the wagging tails, the eager greetings, and those soulful, loving eyes? The science behind why dogs love us is a fascinating blend of biology, evolution, psychology, and chemistry, a tapestry woven over millennia. To truly understand why dogs love us, we must first look back in time. The domestication of dogs is believed to have started at least 15,000 years ago, though some estimates place it much earlier. Early humans and wolves found themselves sharing the same environments, scavenging similar resources. Some wolves, more docile and less fearful of humans, began to linger near human campsites, taking advantage of leftover food. Over generations, those that were friendlier and less aggressive were more likely to thrive alongside humans. These proto-dogs helped humans by alerting them to danger and assisting with hunting, while humans provided food and companionship. Through this mutual relationship, a new species emerged, one that would become known as Canis lupus familiaris, the domestic dog. But the story does not end with domestication. Over thousands of years, dogs developed not only physical traits that made them distinct from their wild ancestors, such as floppy ears, wagging tails, and a diversity of sizes and shapes, but also remarkable behavioral traits. Dogs evolved to communicate with humans in ways that no other species does. They can read our facial expressions, respond to our emotions, and even anticipate our needs. This unique ability to connect with humans is at the heart of why dogs love us, and it is rooted in both their genetics and their environment. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence for the bond between dogs and humans comes from the science of hormones. When a dog gazes into your eyes, something extraordinary happens on a biochemical level. Both you and your dog experience a surge in oxytocin, the so-called love hormone. Oxytocin is the same hormone that strengthens the bond between human mothers and their babies. Studies have shown that when humans and dogs look at each other, their oxytocin levels rise, creating a feedback loop of affection and attachment. This hormonal response is not seen in wolves or even in other domesticated animals to the same extent, suggesting that dogs have evolved a special mechanism to bond with humans. But oxytocin is just one part of the story. Dogs are also masters at reading human social cues. Research has shown that dogs are uniquely skilled at interpreting human gestures, such as pointing or nodding, to find hidden treats or follow instructions. In fact, dogs outperform even our closest relatives, the chimpanzees, when it comes to understanding human signals. This ability likely evolved because it gave dogs a survival advantage. Those who could better understand and respond to their human companions were more likely to be cared for and thrive. Another fascinating aspect of the dog-human bond is the way dogs respond to our emotions. Studies using functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, have revealed that dogs' brains react to human voices, particularly those that convey emotion. When a dog hears its owner speak in a happy or loving tone, the regions of its brain associated with pleasure and reward light up. This means that dogs are not only attuned to the sound of our voices, but also to the emotional content behind them. They can sense when we are happy, sad, or stressed, and many dogs will respond with comforting behaviors, such as cuddling or licking, when they sense their humans are upset. The science of canine empathy goes even deeper. Experiments have shown that dogs will approach and try to comfort people who appear to be in distress, whether it's their owner or a stranger. This suggests that dogs have an innate capacity for empathy, a trait that is rare in the animal kingdom. While some scientists debate whether this is true empathy or simply a learned response, there is no doubt that dogs are exceptionally sensitive to human emotions, and this sensitivity forms a key part of the loving bond we share. But what about the dogs themselves? Do they experience love in the same way humans do? While it's difficult to know exactly what dogs feel, there is mounting evidence that they form deep attachments to their human companions. Behavioral studies have shown that dogs display signs of separation anxiety, when their owners leave, and they exhibit joy and excitement upon reunion. Some dogs even show signs of grief when a beloved human or fellow pet passes away. These behaviors suggest that, while their experience of love may not be identical to ours, dogs do feel strong emotional bonds. Genetics also play a significant role in the way dogs relate to humans. Certain genes have been identified that influence social behavior in dogs. For example, variations in the gene responsible for producing oxytocin receptors can affect how social and affectionate a dog is. In one study, dogs with a particular variant of this gene were more likely to seek out human contact and display friendly behaviors. This suggests that, just as in humans, the capacity for love and attachment in dogs is influenced by both nature and nurture. The relationship between dogs and humans is not one-sided. Humans, too, have changed as a result of our partnership with dogs. Studies have shown that interacting with dogs can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and even boost the immune system. The presence of a dog can make us feel safer, happier, and more connected. In many ways, dogs fill a unique role in our lives, not just as pets, but as companions, protectors, and even healers. The unconditional love that dogs offer can be a powerful antidote to loneliness and isolation, and it is no wonder that therapy dogs are used to comfort people in hospitals, nursing homes, and disaster zones. The science also reveals that dogs are sensitive to the routines and rituals of human life. They quickly learn to associate certain sounds or actions with specific outcomes. The jingle of car keys, the opening of a cupboard, or the sound of a leash being picked up can all trigger excitement or anticipation. Dogs are experts at reading our body language and picking up on even the subtlest cues. This attentiveness is part of what makes them such devoted companions and helps to strengthen the bond between species. Another remarkable aspect of the human-dog relationship is the way dogs have adapted to fit into our families. Unlike their wild ancestors, dogs see their human families as their pack. They seek out social interaction, crave attention, and often go to great lengths to please their owners. This pack mentality is reinforced by the way we care for and interact with our dogs, creating a sense of belonging and security. But it is not just the science of brains and hormones that explains why dogs love us. The day-to-day interactions between humans and dogs are filled with countless small moments of connection, shared walks, playful games, gentle pats, and quiet companionship. These moments build trust and affection, creating a strong foundation for a loving relationship. The rituals we share with our dogs, feeding them, grooming them, training them, are all acts of care that reinforce the bond. The science of attachment offers further insights into the dog-human bond. Attachment theory, originally developed to explain the relationship between human infants and their caregivers, has been applied to dogs as well. Dogs show behaviors that are remarkably similar to those of securely attached children. They use their humans as a secure base from which to explore the world, seek comfort when distressed, and express joy upon reunion. This attachment is mutual. Many dog owners describe their pets as family members, and the loss of a beloved dog can be as painful as losing a close friend or relative. One of the most striking examples of the depth of the dog-human bond is the phenomenon of mirroring. Dogs often mirror the emotional states of their owners. If their human is calm and relaxed, the dog will be too. If the human is anxious or upset, the dog may become unsettled. This mirroring effect is not just anecdotal. Studies have shown that dogs can synchronize their behavior and even their heart rates with those of their owners. This deep emotional attunement is a testament to the unique connection between our two species. Of course, not all dogs are the same, and individual personalities play a big role in how dogs express their love. Some dogs are exuberant, greeting their humans with leaps and enthusiastic licks. Others are more reserved, showing their affection through quiet companionship or gentle nuzzles. Breed, upbringing, and individual experiences all influence the way a dog relates to its human family. But whether they are outgoing or shy, playful or serene, most dogs share a fundamental desire to connect with and be close to their humans. The science behind why dogs love us is still evolving. New studies continue to shed light on the ways in which dogs perceive and interact with humans. Advances in genetics, neuroscience, and behavioral science are helping us to unravel the mysteries of the canine mind. But even as we learn more about the mechanisms that underlie the dog-human bond, one thing remains clear. The love between dogs and humans is real, profound, and transformative. In addition to the biological and psychological factors, the cultural significance of dogs cannot be overlooked. Throughout history, dogs have played important roles in human societies as hunters, herders, guardians, and companions. They have been immortalized in art, literature, and folklore, celebrated for their loyalty and bravery. In many cultures, dogs are seen as symbols of fidelity and unconditional love. The stories we tell about dogs reflect our deep admiration for their companionship and their ability to love without reservation. Modern science is now validating what dog owners have known intuitively for centuries, that dogs have an extraordinary capacity for love and loyalty. The bond between humans and dogs is not just a product of training or conditioning. It is the result of a long evolutionary journey that has shaped both species. Through thousands of years of shared history, dogs have become attuned to our emotions, responsive to our needs, and eager to share in our joys and sorrows. As we continue to explore the science behind why dogs love us, we are reminded of the power of connection, not just between species, but between individuals. The love of a dog is a gift that enriches our lives, brings us comfort, and teaches us about loyalty, empathy, and joy. It is a bond that transcends words, rooted in the simple acts of being present, caring for one another, and sharing the journey of life. In the end, the science behind why dogs love us is a story of evolution, biology, and emotion. It is a story that speaks to the deepest parts of who we are as humans, the need for connection, the value of companionship, and the transformative power of love. Whether through a wagging tail, a gentle nuzzle, or a quiet moment of companionship, dogs remind us every day of the beauty and wonder of the bond we share. And as we look into their trusting eyes, we realize that the love between dogs and humans is not just a scientific phenomenon. It is one of the greatest stories ever told.